Alright, this is a speed run of Sonic Adventure on the PC, but I do have it modded. As you can see, it's showing the Dreamcast version of the Sonic Team Presents. That's because I have some mods that change Sonic Adventure DX to basically how it was on the Dreamcast release. No gameplay changing or enhancing mods. Like, there's a mod that lets you do the Lightspeed Dash with just a button press instead of needing to charge it up, like in Sonic Adventure 2. I don't have that. But it's just mods that change, like, the character models and the lighting to be like it was on the Dreamcast, and fix some bugs that are only in the DX release and were not in the Dreamcast version. I don't know how that changes the category of what this would be considered, because it's basically running as if it's on the Dreamcast, but it's on the PC. It's modified from Sonic Adventure DX to emulate the Dreamcast release, but it's not like an emulator, and it's in widescreen and shit. So I don't know how that changes the qualifications, but I'm just doing this for fun. I looked it up, the world record, something like an hour 30. I'm obviously not gonna beat that. It'll be fun to see what I do get. It's gonna be the full story, all 7 stories, to credits. The mod also lets you skip the credits when you beat a story, so again, I don't know if that impacts the qualification, but it is gonna save time, so we'll see. I did go back and forth on whether to skip the cutscenes or keep them in and just pausing the timer, but then I remembered I already did a Let's Play of this game regularly, so if you want to see the cutscenes, you can just watch that. I'm gonna skip the cutscenes for the sake of saving time. Okay, timer starts now. Skip. Skipping all that shit. Yeah, as you can see already, the models have all been changed from the DX version back to the Dreamcast version. I actually like the DX versions of the models, but I've seen them. If I want to see those models, I can look at the 360 version of the release that I have. I think it's fun to have the original, like, artistic intent of how the models looked on the Dreamcast for the sake of comparison. Because I do get what they were going for. It looked like they were trying to take the Genesis sprite art and do it in 3D. It doesn't look like the promotional art that if you look up, like, Sonic Adventure, or even just, like, the box art, it doesn't look like that, but it does look like if you try to take, like, Sonic 3's Sonic's sprite from Sonic 3. Oh yeah, in speedruns, they're just spin dashing all over the goddamn place. It's crazy. And tried to, like, inflate it into 3D. Okay, so here's one of the main bugs that the mod I'm using fixes. Right here, if you look at any playthrough of Sonic Adventure DX, this has you fall through the world. And that's always the #1 bug people show to go, oh, Sonic Adventure is such a bad game. They show that bug of you falling through the world. Oh, and the water effects are way different. That bug only exists in Sonic Adventure DX. It is not in the original Dreamcast release of the game. So the mod I'm using fixes that bug. It changes the water effects. It changes the speed lines on Sonic's feet when he's running. There's a video Cybershell did, which basically talks about all the different changes, graphical and gameplay, that happened when they ported Sonic Adventure from the Dreamcast to Sonic Adventure DX. And then every iteration, every port of Sonic Adventure DX, it's like copying it's like copying a copy. It just degrades and gets even worse every single time. There's new, oh good lord, there's new bugs that get introduced in every new port of the game. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous. So yeah, Sonic Adventure DX, bad port, oh good lord. I don't know if my computer's happy about me trying to record like this.
Jump on panel number 1. It will take you to
But Sonic Adventure, like, is not a buggy game. It was designed to be a tech demo for the Dreamcast, so it was made very within the specifications of what the console could handle. And it was porting it to other consoles and computers, and then porting the port sequentially that caused all the famous bugs the game is known for. Yeah, I do prefer how the character models as they appear in the DX re-release, but it is good to remember, like, this was Sega's Sonic Team's artistic vision for the Dreamcast when the game originally came out. The lighting's also very different, which you'll be able to see, especially in Red Mountain, in Red Hill Zone, whatever it's called. And a lot of the textures are measurably worse in the DX version of the game. I always like watching speedruns of Sonic games. I don't like doing speedruns. That's not how I play games. I don't really get a lot of enjoyment out of doing that, but I don't know. I just felt like it would be a fun idea to try and do it. Do a quick little speedrun. Like, I just felt possessed to play through Sonic Adventure, and I played it through on this version, and then on the 360 port, which is like the 5th port of Sonic Adventure. Like, that went through 3 Xerox machines by the time it hit the 360. And I basically was speedrunning it, just playing through it as fast as I could, just casually. And so I was like, I might as well record that. And I'll record it on the good version of the game, which I haven't done a video on yet. Just for fun. See what I get. If I can get 2 hours, I'd be happy. I'd be happy with that performance.
Hey, I'll play with you some other time.
The 130 emblem speedruns are utterly ridiculous, by the way. Because that includes Chow races and shit, and goddamn do I hate the fucking Chow. Especially in Sonic Adventure 1. To say nothing of even the good version of the Chow that's in Sonic Adventure 2, especially in Sonic Adventure 1. The Chow are just fucking awful. And you have to do so much shit with the Chow. I've never gotten all the emblems in any Sonic Adventure game. In Sonic Adventure 1, in Sonic Adventure 2, I've never gotten Green Hill Zone in Sonic Adventure 2. I doubt I ever will. Every so often I'll try, and I just end up going like, fuck this, fuck everything. This is bullshit. That's not really the enjoyment I get out of Sonic games. Is like 100% completing them, to that degree at least. Yeah, not really a speedrun strat to try and go for that 1-up, and I didn't even get it, so whatever. Honestly, with games, I usually take my time. I take my time, and then when I beat it, I'm like, okay, I'm done. I mean, some games are really built for replaying, and if it's a good game, I'll replay it frequently. But that's the thing, I'll replay it. I won't get like 100% completion. I will replay it from the beginning. I mean, it really depends on the game, of course. Like the Batman games, I had always 100% completed. But when the 100% completion is fucking stupid bullshit, then I'm like, fuck that. I'm not getting 130 emblems. That's baloney. Get fucked. Don't have the light speed dash yet. Now you can kind of see it here, but Sonic's feet look different in this version compared to the 360 release, or even the GameCube release of Sonic Adventure DX. Yeah, if you do watch speedruns of Sonic Adventure, there are just some insane fucking, like falling down all the way down there in order to avoid, like, a kill screen. Let me see if I can do it. Oh, yeah! And there's one, for one level, the city speedway, city highway, whatever the level's called, where, like, I had to use, speedrun strat just to get, like, the what's it called? The A rank, basically.
Yes.
Like, here it's gonna show
Yeah, not bad.
level C. In order to get level A, you have to, like, beat the level as fast as possible. And so I basically had to use the speedrun strat, because that level was just too hard to beat. To beat under the time requirements. You'll see when I get to it. I don't know if it's efficient when you're doing, like, a full, like, complete all stories speedrun to switch back and forth between the stories, or if it's more efficient to just do one story to completion, one at a time. I'm sure it is, but I wouldn't actually know for sure. Oh god. Yep. Okay. See, I don't know if you can skip that on the actual DX release, so I don't know if that would be, like, considered a mod that saves time. The skipping the credits is definitely a modification that saves time. So I'm sure that wouldn't be allowed. Because that's an unfair advantage, to be sure, unless you would just pause the timer on cutscenes or, goddammit, credits. Where? Come on. Ready? That line read is, like, lives rent-free in my head. Ready?
The train headed for the Mystic Ruins.
Oh, that is really fast. Oh shit, I think I am using a mod that makes that go faster.
Ready?
I think I'm using a mod that makes that charge faster. Shit. Oh well. Like I said, I'm just doing this for fun. And I'm sure the time difference is negligible anyway. I don't know what the strats are to do this level the fastest time possible. I'm just gonna pinball out here in order to get to the sewers. Because honestly, I get stuck on this fucking pinball shit for so long. Even if it's not faster, like, technically, it's faster for me. Absolutely, because otherwise I'm just gonna be stuck on that pinball shit for so goddamn long. It's utterly ridiculous. No. Need the rings. There we go. Aside from speedrun strats, I guess I could talk about other Sonic-related opinions that I have, like how the movie's dog shit. Or like how I'm never going to, like, accept this notion of, like, the two worlds, or whatever you want to call it. Like, don't point to some interview where Takeshi Iizuka said some shit in— No! Oh my god! Oh gosh, no. That wastes so much time. Oh, and I don't get the ring capsules back. Oh no, this is awful. This is absolutely awful. I'll put to some fucking interview where Takeshi Iizuka said some shit. Because first of all, yeah, he said some shit in Japanese and it got translated. Oh no. Ah, this was terrible. Utterly terrible. I've wasted so much time already. Like, I don't know if you knew this, but Japanese and English are not equivalent languages. Like, every frickin' word in Japanese can mean, like, 17 different things depending on the context. Come on. Actually, you know what? There's the real speedrun way to do this level is to just try and glitch through the world and get the emerald just right off the bat. I don't know if you can actually do that in this version I'm using, though, because of, it fixes all the bugs. There's a way to, like, get out of world. Or, like, speed dash beyond the invisible wall. I'm not going to be able to do it, so I'm not going to bother trying. This is a glitchless speed run, ladies and gentlemen. Any percent glitchless. Wasting so much time already. This level's awful. In terms of, like, how long it takes me to do. It's like an interview translating the words he said in Japanese as, oh, they live in two different worlds, doesn't mean shit, because I don't know what he said in Japanese, and I don't know what he meant when he said it. Like, I'm gonna point to, when Retro Studios was making Metroid Prime, Shigimio was in the room, and was like, what if Samus could change her head? And she could put different heads on in order to, like, see differently, like a bug. And they were like, what the fuck is he talking about? She's gonna have a bug head? What the fuck? Like, that's the equivalent of Takeshi Iizuka saying they live in two different worlds. Like, I don't fucking know what he meant. He said some shit in Japanese. And someone translated it into English, and English is not a perfect equivalency to what a lot of words mean in Japanese. So don't come at me with that shit. And it took them for a while to realize, like, oh, he means, what if she puts on different visors? And she changes her visors in order to see things differently. And that's where the visor system comes from. From Shigeru Miyamoto saying, what if she had a bug head? So if Shigeru Miyamoto can say, what if she had a bug head? What if Samus Aran had a bug head? And Retro Studios not knowing what the fuck that means, then I'm pretty sure Takeshi Iizuka can say Sonic and humans live in two different worlds, and that not meaning what we think it means based on the literal word-to-word translation that the translator decided to utilize. Because, oh, Iseki means world, so he's saying they live in two different worlds. What? For all we know, he means that in the sense that, like, oh, people in New York and people in Los Angeles live in two different worlds. It doesn't literally fucking mean that they're traveling between dimensional planes of reality or planetary bodies. And if they are, I don't see that happening in the game. They haven't shown that. There's no cutscene or manual statement in a manual saying that Sonic is traveling between fucking dimensions or planetary bodies, and we have seen that depicted in Sonic games. We've seen in Sonic Rush, where Blaze is specifically stated to be from another dimension and traveled from her dimension to Sonic's dimension. We've seen in Sonic Rush Adventure, where Sonic and Tails travel from their dimension into Blaze's dimension. The first fucking cutscene of that game is them, like, getting lost in the storm and ending up in the Soul dimension. So we have seen dimensional travel and travel through time and space with Silver. And we've seen alterations to the timeline with Sonic Generations and Sonic Mania. So, like, it's Sonic Mania Sonic, classic Sonic from Sonic Mania, travels between dimensions into the world of modern Sonic. So there is precedent for showing characters traveling between dimensions. And they have never shown Sonic going through a portal or getting on a fucking rocket ship and ending up in a world with humans and then traveling back into a world with animals. So until I see that happen in a game, which we have seen before, so it's not unprecedented, get fucked with that bullshit. As far as I'm concerned, like, humans and anthropomorphic animals, or even, like, honestly, there's really no, in terms of how the Sonic universe seems to treat them, there doesn't seem to be a difference between anthropomorphic animals, like Sonic and Co., and regular animals, like the Flickies, and the Rockies, and, like, the animals that you give to the Chow. There doesn't seem to be any measurable difference between how the animals are treated. In the manuals for the original Genesis games, they still say, oh, those are Sonic's friends, and shit like that. So for all we know, and it really isn't important that we know one way or the other, as far as the games are concerned, but for all we know, like, humans live in their own society. They do be living in a society. Living in civilization and urban areas and cities and stuff like that. And animals be living in their own society. Out in the wild, even, potentially. There could even be, like, cultural exchange. And, like, Amy lives in Station Square, or at least it appears that she does in this game, because she goes grocery shopping and shit, and it's not, like, no one's surprised to see Amy walking around. So, like, she could be known or recognized as a citizen of Station Square. So it could be, like, not at all unusual for animals to move to the city and live there, but, like, humans don't be moving out to live in the forests and shit with the animals, because that should be weird, yo. I mean, that has precedent even in our world, where there are urban animals who just be living in cities and doing their own thing, and they're basically treated like citizens. Like, there's this great documentary about, like, urban cats, like cats, just wild, unowned cats who live in various cities, either, like, around the world or in Venice specifically, I believe it was, something like that. And there was one story about a cat who goes to a fish restaurant every day, and the owners feed that cat fish like he's an actual customer. And it's really funny how they describe the cat going up to the window of the fish restaurant and, like, resting its little paws over the side of the window and looking in and just being like, and just chilling and waiting patiently for it to be served. And they're like, this cat has manners. Like, this cat, like, is waiting patiently like any other customer would. So they feed it, and, like, that's that cat's daily routine. Is it goes to that restaurant and gets and orders a fish from the restaurant, and the owners are, like, so down with that. They're like, yeah, whatever, it's cool. There's a cat here. Animals like Sonic or Amy living in Station Square could be viewed in that same way. Like, if a fucking, like, if animals walking around on two legs and talking was just a thing that exists in the world, that no one gives a shit about. Like, that's not an unusual occurrence. But they'd still be animals. If an animal came into the store with some money and it was like, I'm buying these groceries, what are you gonna do? Be like, nah. Like, fuck it. They do be living in a society. We. Like, that's how I always viewed it. Like, they're just animals. And some animals be living in the city and living in apartments, perhaps, or own a house. Tails has a house. It's known. It is known that Tails has a house and a workshop. And that seems very believable to me, because he could just invent shit and then sell the patent. Or just use it in order to get money or somehow. Oh, there's also one thing I remember saying where people were like, oh, there's no money in the Sonic universe because fucking Tyson Hees and what's his name, the shitty writer I don't like, were like, Sega said no money. I'm pretty sure the reason I'm pretty sure they didn't say there's no money in the Sonic universe. What they said was, you're not allowed to use money in the Sonic universe when you're making your expanded, like, comics and animated shorts material. They didn't say there's no money. They said you can't use money. Those are two different fucking things, people. Because I'm pretty sure the reason for that is there was an Archie comic where, like, Eggman just, like, goes into this insane fucking communist manifesto rant about fiat currency. Look it up. There's a fucking comic page of Eggman going, money's bullshit. What the fuck? And I'm pretty sure Sega just doesn't want its comic that they're selling for money to have some shithead writer slip in a fucking insane communist rant about how fiat currency is nonsense. I'm pretty sure that's the reason you're not allowed to talk about money, because the last time they let you people talk about money, that's what fucking happened. So now no one can have nice things. You're misconstruing. You're not allowed to use money in your Sonic comic that we're letting you make for, oh, money doesn't exist. No one said that. No one fucking said that. That was never stated by anyone. They said you're not allowed to use money. The games have had money. The games like Sonic Unleashed had you use rings as currency to buy things. So, y'all dumb. Y'all silly bitches. Although I do think that was stupid too. The fact that, like, that there was stuff to buy in Sonic Unleashed and that you would use rings to buy them. I did think that was dumb. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's summer. So yeah, there's been no textual evidence to support the notion that there's two planes of reality between humans and animal people in Sonic, to any extent. That has never been shown in any game, and until it is shown, miss me with that gay shit. Like, animals just be living in the forest and shit like that, and sometimes they'll come and live in the city and hang out and live there and be like, oh, Amy Rose, the pink-ass hedgehog, is out doing some grocery shopping, and no one cares. Because, hey man, even in our world, if a motherfucking wild-ass animal came into your store with money in its mouth and, like, wanted to buy something, I'm willing to bet they would let it do that. I'm willing to bet that the store would be like, fuck it, he's paying for it. Let's not question the notion that this animal seems to have has understood and can process the concept of monetary exchange for for goods and services. Homeboy's got money, he wants to buy some bread, give the fox some bread, right? Who's gonna blink at that? I mean, it'd be weird, but like, whatever, what are you gonna do? Not sell the fox's bread? I didn't think so. So yeah, for this section, you can just go up into the corner and do nothing. It's an auto-scrolling section. You get absolutely nothing for, like, interacting with it at all, and you can just not interact with it at all, and you lose absolutely fucking nothing. You won't even really be at risk of dying. Something that is interesting, though, is the Sonic that's on the Tornado right now is a completely different model from the model that he uses in-game, and it looks a lot like his design from Sonic CD. You can't really see it too well in this angle, but if you look up, like, data mining or, like, model information online, you can see it looks very different from how he looks normally in-game. And he looks a lot like the Toho style of Sonic that was used in the opening for Sonic CD. And by extension, the design that Tyson Hees really seems to like to use. God damn, I might die. I'm really fucking this up. I don't remember which corner is the safe one to hide in. You would think it's the upper left. And I do like the idea that maybe there's some cultural exchange, because in Sonic Forces, animals, like, have a city. You can see it really well. Look at Sonic's model here. That is not the model that we're playing as. That is a different model. It looks like the Sonic Saturn model from Sonic Jam. And now it's the playable model. You can see how it changed right before our very eyes. Because in Sonic Forces, animals have a city, but the level designers, when they were doing the set dressing, very deliberately went out of their way to, like, keep in mind the fact that this is a city made by animals and lived in by oh shit, what am I doing? I think I was, like, gonna look for big. I went to autopilot mode for a second there. This is a city lived in and made by animals. So, like, the signs don't really have a lot of nuanced language. It's mostly just symbols and very simplistic patterns. There's this great article on a Japanese Sonic site somewhere, and I posted a translation of it in my Sonic Forces is a good game, you guys are just mean. I talk about this article, where they go get really granular with it and explain, like, yeah, we made the city, like, the signage that is in the city have these specific details to denote the fact that humans don't live here, animals live here, animals who don't really have an in-depth and, like, nuanced linguistic system the way that humans have. Because, I mean, especially in Japan, or like, every sign in Japan is in Japanese, in katakana, or kanji, or both, and sometimes also English, or English. So they have to go out of their way with the language being used on signs in Japan, so I'm sure it stood out to them as an important detail to pay attention to, that if a city was made by animals, they would probably have the opposite, where it's mostly just symbols or very simplistic patterns, like half circles and squares and shit like that, which could mean anything to animals, right? So animals could have gone and lived with humans and gotten like, hey, urbanization seems to have worked out pretty well. Maybe we should use some of that, carry some of that over. So I just did a skip where instead of going down like you're supposed to, there is a platform there, so that is intentional. And you can see that the color on these rooftops, is very different compared to the regular DX version. Whoa! God damn it, I fucked it up. I'm the worst goddamn everything that's ever happened in my life. Shit. So I fucked that up, but there's still skips to be done in order to save time. Save that time. There we go. Like right here, instead of going all the way. Instead of being an idiot, instead of going up on the roof here and going all the way around, just do that. Oh my fucking god. You can just not be an idiot. That's the most important thing to get right, is don't be stupid. You can go around like that, and boom, now we're at the end of the stage. Look at all that time that we saved. It still took fucking 3 minutes. I'm an idiot. Because I'm so fucking bad at video games. Waddle, 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 waddle.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, like, because animals do be going and living with humans all the time, you never really hear about humans going and live with animals. That's weird. That's sus. You don't want to see that. That's not something anyone wants to know about. Although, there's that one guy who went and lived with bears and went crazy and died because he lived with bears. That did happen. So maybe that happens sometimes, but I don't think we're really getting a lot out of that. I don't think anyone's coming back from living with the animals and being like, guys, here's what the animals are doing. Speed Highway is the level where there's a lot of fun speedrun skips. So, like, that one's known, but you can also do this shit. Oh my god. If you're not an idiot. You can do this, and they actually do intend for you to do this because there's a 1-up. But then you can also do this! And hopefully I won't fuck it up and die. And I did! I totally fucked it up and died! Nothing wastes time like trying to save time. Up we go, and then make sure you jump right there. No, 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 I can't do it. It's not happening. It's not gonna happen. Stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen. I can at least do this part. I feel like I can do this because I've done it before. Damn. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna get around now. Yep. I'm really fucking up the speedrun now. Okay, I'm not gonna bother trying. It's just wasting more time than it would save. At this point. Oh my god, what happened there? I'm foolish. I'm a fool. Ah, this is the worst speedrun. Okay, this time, let's try just not fucking it up. Just try it, see how it works for you. Just, you know, give not fucking up a try. Maybe you'll find that it's much better to not fuck things up than to fuck them up, which is what I'm doing now. Okay. There we go. Oh god. And this is the worst. Everything is awful. Everything is garbage. This is the slowest speedrun strat. Fucking up the level. And I'm wasting all this time. Oh my god, the camera. Oh my god, are you serious this? Are you serious this right now? Figures as soon as I turn the camera on. This is what happens. This is the end result that we have in our lives. As soon as someone's watching, it is a curse. It is the curse of Mom, you weren't looking. Absolutely every time you turn the camera on, that is when you will fuck up and everything will go wrong. Guaranteed. You will do it perfectly off screen. As soon as no one's looking, you will be able to do it flawlessly, frame perfect every single time. God damn it. Oh my god, are you serious, dude? But as soon as you turn the camera on, that is when you fuck up. Every single time. Oh god damn, I'm just fucking awful and shitty in every way that matters. In the DX version, they took those rings out for some fucking reason. But, like I said, I'm using the Dreamcast. I think it's called the Dreamcast Enhancement, which puts those rings back in. Oh my god, don't run over hedgehogs in traffic, people. They just be sniffing. What the fuck was Saul trying to homing attack that fucking car? Yeah, fuck it. I don't think you save time by going on the roofs anyway. I mean, if you don't fuck it up, maybe you do. Maybe if your inputs aren't actual garbage, then you save time, I'm sure.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, the whole dimensional travel thing, I'm pretty sure just started with either the Archie comics or Sonic X. Someone started it, and I'm pretty sure it was Sonic X. And then the Archie comics, like, got it from Sonic X. But I'm not sure, I don't quite know the timeline. It might have been the Archie comics, actually, because they had, like, this weird fucking lore in the Archie comics about the planet Mobius and all that jazz.
Let me go, you hunk of...
Let me go, you hunk of oh god, what is going on? What is with that? So when Sonic Adventure came around, and they had to start adapting Sonic Adventure, they probably went, well, how is this gonna work? So they probably just went, dimension, travel to Earth, travel to another dimension. Whatever. Who can say? Either way, I still blame Sonic X for popularizing it, because the Archie comics were never popular and never influenced fucking anything. Sega never took anything from the Archie comics, and the Archie comics never were known or loved or read by anyone but worthless peons. Get fucked! Yeah, there we go. Come on, dude. You gonna do me that way? Whoop. So I still blame Sonic X for starting the, like, Sonic being from another dimension thing, which is real dumb. It's just always such hack writing. To be like, oh, he's from another dimension. Hulk Hogan, he's the space commander. He's the space commando, and now he's here in the suburbs. He's a suburban commando. Hulk Hogan, he's playing Afterburner, and he thinks it's real. He thinks it's a war simulator. Oh, the Smurfs are here in the big city, and now they're looking at shit. and getting into weird, funny fish out of water shenanigans here in the big city. That's all. It's just like hack Hollywood writers who have no fucking creativity at all. Just go, oh, dimensional fish out of water, and also it saves on the budget. Oh my fucking god. This is the worst speedrun. It saves on the budget because we can just film in a bunch of contemporary locations instead of having to make a set. And also we can get sponsors. We can get advertising deals in there by having a Coca-Cola sign in the background. Can't have a Coca-Cola sign in the background of Mobius, so you gotta film it in fucking San Francisco. At least with Sonic, it makes sense to film it in a contemporary location because motherfucking Sonic is in contemporary locations in the games, in Station Square, and West City, whatever the city in fucking Sonic Adventure 2 is, that's blatantly based on San Francisco. That was the worst fucking part about that movie, was they did not play Escape from the City during the scene where Sonic is escaping the city of San Francisco. He's literally escaping the city of San Francisco, which is the city that the fucking city in Sonic Adventure 2 was based on, and they didn't play Escape from the City. Fuck that movie. It was bad. Oh my god. Great speedrun. You can really tell the lighting is different in this level in the original Dreamcast release compared to the DX version. If you look up screenshots or footage side by side of the DX version, the lighting is so extremely different that it's unreal. This is such a bad speedrun so far. Of course, the instant I start trying to record it, that's when everything fucks up and I start doing real shitty and wasting all this time. I wasn't doing that bad when I was just doing it for kicks. But now I'm wasting all the time. I'm not even getting the... like, the, level A, like, time requirements. Aside from skipping cutscenes, I'm really not doing that well in terms of time saving. Once again, you really don't get anything by interacting with this sequence at all. And you don't need to do anything until the very end. I think it's harder to, like, find a safe place to just hang out, and also there's a boss fight at the end, so you do want to preserve your health. But aside from that, you really don't get anything, and there's no reason to interact. And you have to do this fucking twice. You have to do it again in Tails' fucking story. And it's completely the same. Imagine doing Sonic's story and then Tails' story back to back. Having to do this 4 times in a row, basically. That's why I saved Tails for last. Just because so much of his story is just a repeat of Sonic's story. Until, like, halfway through. And then they reconverge. It's just Tails doing Sonic's story, but retelling it so that he sounds cooler than he actually was.
So far, so good.
Hope you know what you're doing.
You bet. Watch this. Transforming now.
It is always kind of depressing, in some sense, to go back to Sonic Adventure, which had such a big emphasis on, like, the echidnas. And, like, the Mayan echidnas, Aztec Mayan echidna society. And, like, what a big thing that was for the lore, going back to Sonic 3. With, like, the murals and shit for Super Sonic. And then the murals for Chaos, and how that goes forward into Sonic Adventure 2, and impacts the events of that game. And it's this, like, really intriguing background element, and it's never coming back. They're never gonna use the ancient echidnas ever again because of legal troubles, because of the Archie comics. So, like, they just don't want to deal with it, so it's just shelved, and they're never using it ever again. Just, like, so they don't have to deal with the hassle of dealing with fucking Archie comics having a dispute with Ken Panders and shit like that. But on the other hand, I'm of two minds about it, because on the other hand, they told the story is complete. And the only reason that the legal troubles came to light was because BioWare are a bunch of hack jack-offs and basically ripped off a bunch of shit that Ken Panders did in his comic. In the Archie comic. They basically just ripped off a bunch of shit from the Archie comics for their shitty fucking DS game, which was garbage. and so Ken Panders was like, what the fuck? You stole my shit. And they did. They did steal their shit. They did steal his shit. And so then, like, oh, the lawyers started getting called. And Sega was like, what the fuck? What? Excuse? Because, like, they don't give a shit. And they don't know what's going on. They don't give a shit about the comics. And they don't give a shit about what BioWare's doing. So all of a sudden, like, Sega executives are being pulled into a room to talk about legal disputes. And they couldn't give less of a fuck about anything
Too many
that's being discussed. Oh, fuck. So it's like, fuck, okay, we're not using the fucking echidnas anymore. Get fucked. We're not dealing with this. No more echidnas. No more echidna shit, because we're not dealing with this fucking legal bullshit. This legal shenanigans. So, on the one hand, it's sad that that's the reason the echidnas are never coming back. But, on the other hand, they told a complete story. The story that they wanted to tell had been told. Like, the story of Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 explored that to pretty much the fullest extent that it was possible to explore it. I don't really see how, like, there's any benefit to bringing it back at this point. God damn it. After, like, Sonic Unleashed, for example, brought about, like, Light Gaia and shit like that. I mean, it'd be interesting to see, like, the ancient Babylonians interacting with the ancient echidnas. That would be interesting. But outside of that, like, Tikal's story was open and closed and completed in this game. God damn! Nothing wastes time like trying to save time. In this game. So, they're really, like, what would she come back to do? What would her story be if she came back? There really wouldn't, like, it's done. She's chilling in the Master Emerald getting tentacle fucked by Chaos. It's fine. Leave well enough alone. I'm always happy to leave well enough alone. I like fan service, but I don't, like, crave. I'm not desperate for things to come back or for stories to continue when they've been completed. If I liked a story and it's over, then I'm good with that story being over. I'm not like, I need a sequel. This needs a sequel. Like, no, it's fine. It was done. It's good. It's over now. It's just sad that the reason it's never, ever coming back is something that is motivated by, like, business and corporate concerns and not artistically. Although, on the other hand, if it wasn't business or corporate concerns of one reason, it would be business or corporate concerns of another reason, and they might had been tempted to bring them back senselessly just for the sake of fan service, which would be bad in its own way. But anyway. Oh, for fuck's sake. It is still sad sometimes going back to Sonic Adventure being like, yeah, this was only in this one game, and that's it. It's over now. It just reminds you. It reminds you of sadness. Remembering hate. Oh, fuck. I think the effect is broken in the DX version with, oh my god. It's not this version that's fucking me up, because I played this version before and it was fine. and I was doing fine in it. Good assing lord. It's just the LP curse. It's just the curse of a camera. A camera is on. People are watching, so now I'm fucking it up and sucking ass. That's it. That's all it is. It's not this version. Or what have you. Because I played this version before and this didn't fucking happen to me. Oh, I missed the checkpoint again. Like, oh my god! Come on! Like, why am I sucking ass so bad? Yeah, oh, thank god that at least worked. There's one really good speed, like, time-saving strat you can do on this part of the level, which I'm confident that I can pull off. So I'll be going for that at least. Sonic's story is so long. He has 10 stages and a bunch of boss fights. Some of which don't even repeat. I think everyone gets one unique boss fight that isn't shared by anyone else in the game. And then a bunch of fucking shared boss fights. Oh, hold on. Yeah, boy. That was two. That was two time-saving things. 2 time-saving strats, baby. Still finished the mission in 4 minutes because I suck ass.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, not bad.
Actually, Big doesn't get a unique boss fight. Big has Chaos 6, and that's a shared boss fight. That's funny. Omega gets a bunch of unique boss fights. Although, technically, all of his boss fights are just against Gamma, sorry. Gamma. Jesus Christ, I literally just did it again. All of Gamma's boss fights are just clones of this boss fight we're having right now, so I guess technically he doesn't get unique boss fights either. Well, except for the ending. His final boss is unique. Amy's only boss is against Zero, which is unique. No one else fights him. Knuckles has Chaos 2 as his unique boss fight. Sonic has his final boss is unique, and then Tails' final boss is unique. I think every other boss fight is a shared boss fight. Especially Chaos 4, which is fought 3 fucking times. So was Chaos 6, actually. Although the big boss fight is not. That doesn't count. I mean, come on. I really don't see the logic in the evolution of Chaos's forms. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, that saves a lot of time, that charge. Aha. Hey man, you're the architect of your own demise sometimes, I swear. Oh, for frick's sake, what even happened there, dude? Okay.
No way! I can't believe this!
Hey, I'll play with you some other time.
Like, he goes from a basically humanoid shape, which is probably, like, the closest to how he looked when he was a Chow. But he had his tail. Like, all of the official art shows Chaos Zero without the tail, but the entire conflict with Froggy is that Froggy got Chaos's tail. So Chaos Zero is supposed to have a tail. Chaos Zero is supposed to have a tail. But on the other hand, like, Chaos gets his tail back, But then when we see him in the ending as Chaos Zero again, he doesn't have the tail. But they probably just didn't want to make a different model. But like with Froggy's impact on the story, Froggy's whole thing is that he has Chaos's tail. That's why Chaos 6 has a tail and every other previous form did not, because Froggy had the tail. So Chaos Zero's supposed to have the tail. But they're just like, fuck it. Shut up. he grew the tail later. Eat shit. We don't want to draw Chaos Zero with his tail. This section is really fucked up in the DX version. I'm sure that there's definitely a way to save time using speedrun strats, but I would fuck it up and waste time by attempting to do it. So we're just gonna go ahead and not even try. Oh my god, I didn't even try and I still fucked it up and died for no reason in the stupidest way. Everything is awful. This is the worst. I don't know why I'm bothering to try. This is awful. Never try anything, kids, because you will just fail and embarrass yourself. Yeah, boy. That time it actually worked. I tried doing the time-saving thing and it actually worked. I died stupidly doing normal things, so I absolutely am gonna fuck it up trying to do time-saving things. Come on. Oh, at least this one I can probably make. And of course not! Why would I even fucking say that? Why would I say something so stupid like I could do this? I can make that. I can make that jump. A fucking fool. Let's try it again. Yeah, there we go. Still wasted. Still did not save any fucking time by doing that because I fucked it up. Come on, stupid ass fucking Aztec ass snake. There we go. Man, that camera do be struggling sometimes though. So is this underground? Or is this like in a different part of the Mystic Ruins that we never see in the adventure field? Because there's a bunch of pyramids. I don't think this is actually necessary to interact with the mirrors. Yeah, I think you can just save time by not doing that. I don't think there's any real benefit to it either. Like, it's supposed to make things brighter, but it's plenty bright. Oh my god! That was scary. That I always fuck up by getting the electric shield, which causes the rings to go into you, and that fucks up the Lightspeed Dash sections so badly. Jurassic Park: The Lost World. How many Lost Worlds are there in fiction? Because there's the Land of the Lost, right? There's Jurassic Park: The Lost World. There's the Lost World in Tomb Raider. There's the Lost World here in Sonic. How many Lost Worlds are there in fiction? I wonder if... It's like, how many characters are named Zero in fiction? How many characters can you think of that are named Zero? How many times has the Lost World been a location in a fictional story? Oh my god, what even hit me? It could have been two different things. Why they gotta be assholes? I'm sure there's a way to save time on this section. But I fuck it up even normally when not trying to save time. Like at this part. Get fucked. Oh, I didn't hit the checkpoint. I'm going to do that just because I know I'm going to fuck this up. Taking 4 minutes to do this fucking level. Doesn't even normally take that long. It only takes that long when I'm trying to do a speedrun. I'm trying to do it as fast as possible. Therefore, that is the time when I take the longest time in order to do the level. That is a guarantee. That is a guaranteed result. Trying to do it as fast as possible, that is when you will have your worst possible time. When the camera is on, that is when you fuck up the most.
Yeah, not bad.
So that mural of chaos, perfect chaos destroying shit. I saw a really good theory that Gerald Robotnik saw that mural when he was studying the Echidna civilization, which he obviously did. Saw that mural and was like, this is the ultimate life form. And that's why he made the Bio-Lizard. Because it's always the thing, like, how is the Bio-Lizard the prototype for the ultimate life form? How do you go from Bio-Lizard to Hedgehog? And I saw a really great theory that it's because of the mural of chaos. Because the Bio-Lizard does kind of look like the mural, how the mural version of chaos looked. You can see how it's based on that. And then Shadow is based on the mural of Supersonic in the Secret Palace in Sonic 3 that we see. Remember in the Secret Palace with the Master Emerald during the boss fight with Knuckles? During the boss fight with Knuckles, there's the mural of Supersonic in the background, and that's where Shadow comes from. Because the mural has Supersonic, so the spines are like curled up. So that's why Shadow just naturally has the spines being curled up look. So I was like, that's really good. That Gerald saw the mural of Chaos and then made the Bio-Lizard. Then he saw the mural of Supersonic and made Shadow. That's really good. I like that a lot. It's probably true. Probably be true, though. That's bullshit, but I believe it. I think there's a really... this part especially. I think there's a way to save time by, like, dropping down and, like, trying to be frame perfect to avoid a kill screen. A kill screen is when, like, you know how you fall off a platform in Mario and then it's just like, and you're dead. That's because you're going through a kill screen, which I actually know how to do now. I actually know how to make a kill screen in Game Maker anyway. I know what that's doing. What's going on in the background to cause that. Yeah, I think right here you can just drop down and avoid a kill screen somehow in order to save a bunch of time. What's happening is during like a certain, like the game will like check a flag and have the level be in a certain state. And in that state, there'll be a part of the level geometry where if your character touches that location, it'll cause instant death. But being a 3D game, you can't just have an entire area of a level, because the entire level is effectively loaded in right from the beginning, barring any loading screens during like transitions like we just had. Outside of that, the entire level is effectively loaded in from the get-go. So you can't have an entire swath of the level just be blanketed in a kill screen, because then the level would be unplayable. So instead, what they have is just certain walls, like an invisible wall, where if you, or an invisible floor, or an invisible ceiling, where if you touch that, it's the kill screen and it will cause you to die. So especially in a Final Rush in Sonic Adventure 2, there's a really famous part when people speedrun that level, where there's a there's a certain part where you fall past the rails, and if you go too far in one direction or another, you'll hit a kill screen and just immediately die and burn up in the atmosphere. Oh, good lord. But not on purpose. Seems kind of pointless because, I mean, it's not like you're using the, It's not like you have, like, an unbroken stretch of land in order to use that, speed boost power-up. Destroy his own doll. Oh, no! Okay.
Hey, let go.
Okay, hit me and make me lose the electric shield, please. Thank you. And then fuck off kindly. Kindly fuck off.
Hey, let go.
Oh my god, I literally said kindly. Oof. That electric shield do be fucking me up a lot sometimes. Oh, awful time.
Yeah, not bad.
So there's an invisible wall that's just a kill screen where you go through it and you die immediately. But using like frame manipulation or just getting really lucky or with your or like being very specific with your positioning, I think like it's because the game runs at 30 frames per second. It's something like that. It's some frame rate bullshit. You can pass through
See if you can make it through here, Sonic.
the kill screen where like on one frame Sonic is on one side of the kill screen and then on the next frame that the game is drawing in you're on the other side of the kill screen. So the character model did not touch the kill screen. And doing that, if you time it just right and like are very specific with your positioning, you can just pass right through the kill screen without touching it and causing the death state. And that saves an extreme amount of time and lets you skip just this massive fucking portion of the level. And I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of spots where you can do that in Final Egg in this game also. But I'm not confident enough to do that shit. Like there's one part where like there's just this huge shaft that you go down. Where you wow. Where you go down like into different like you go through the shaft and then come back around back into it from a different elevation and just keep going down. But I'm pretty sure since again the level is all loaded in right from the beginning, you can probably just skip a lot of the level. Whoop-a-doo. By just falling down the shaft and avoiding the kill screen somehow.
It's no use, no way.
Anyway, I don't think there's ways to like save time on this boss. With Chaos 6 you could save time by using the Lightspeed Dash attack, because that does double damage. I'm gonna do it again with Knuckles in his story later. But if you try and do that here, I'm pretty sure it doesn't work and you just die. God damn it, are you fucking kidding me? Oh my freaking jeez, dude. Awful. Just awful. This is the worst speedrun. Stupid. There's foolishness, foolhardiness, arrogance, deliberate fool. Just absolutely, why am I even... Just the stupidest fucking thing. I'm so dumb. Absolutely, like that's a reset. If I was real, if I was legit, I would just be like reset the entire fucking game, reset the entire run. Like that was fucking awful. That's 2 completely wasted minutes. Awful. Why even bother continuing with life at that point?
Get a load of this. Get a load of this.
Just reset your entire life, unbirth yourself, and just start over. Reset the run that is your life. I wasted 2 minutes on the final final egg fight, on that final Eggman fight in Sonic Adventure. Just unbirth yourself and start over.
Get a load of this. Get a load of this. Get a load of this.
I mean, why don't you just do that over and over? I guess he must just get bored. Or maybe it's like disorienting.
Give up.
Piloting it like a... Oh, Egg Viper. Piloting it like a fucking dolphin.
See if you can
Flying around like that.
Sonic. Ah,
It's not that hard, buddy.
get a load
I have to
of
move?
this. Get a load
Is he
of
waiting
this.
for me?
Get a load of this.
This part is like way easier to do, which makes the fact that I fucked it up even stupider.
Believe. Ah. All systems, full power.
Yeah, this whole run is trash because I wasted that entire first run of the boss and died in the stupidest fucking way possible. So, I won't be submitting this one.
Ah.
Myself as much space as possible.
He's not gonna get away with this. It's no use. Give up. No way.
He sounds so desperate, like, just please give up.
Watch out. He's up to something.
Thanks to call. I do remember dying to that a lot as a kid. That final fuck you move.
Hey, I'll play with you some other time.
It's like, he's dead, Sonic. You fucking killed him. Yeah, so this is not something you can do in the base game, but I do have a mod that lets me skip the credits. Which, if you want to say that invalidates a speedrun, then yeah.
Select your character.
Totes fair. Let's just get big out of the fucking way. Let's get that out and done with. Like, I'm gonna save big for later. Like, oh, let's save that one. Fuck off. Let's just get rid of it. Get rid of it here and now. I mean, you can finish Big's campaign really quickly. All of his levels are really short if you know where Froggy is. Some of the sound bite is always funny to me. Ow. They knew that Big's tail would clip through the doors of the elevator. So they put in the sound bite of him saying ow when that door's closed on his tail. That's so funny to me. This game's great. Okay. So like right away, Froggy's just right here. Like, yeah, it's annoying the first time you play because you don't know where Froggy is. And you're like, what is this? What is this Sega bass fishing? No, get fucked. Get fucked. Oh, this is awful. I cannot believe this. Oh my god, dude. And if the line breaks, then it's just gonna count as a death and I'll have to restart the stage over anyway. I like never... Good lord. As soon as the camera gets turned on, this is the shit that fucking happens. I swear to God. The one time in the history of doing Big's campaign have I caught a fucking regular ass fish on accident is when I'm like, I'm gonna do a speed run. I'm gonna post a speed run of Sonic Adventure. That's when it fucking happens. Of course. Why wouldn't that happen? It wouldn't really, we wouldn't truly be cursed. We wouldn't be living in the most cursed timeline if that isn't exactly what would happen. Come on.
The train headed for the Mystic Ruins will be departing soon.
See, my question is, how did Froggy get from Twinkle Park all the way to Ice Cap Zone? That's my question. I would unironically love a game dedicated just to Big, because I like the idea of, like, an RPG based around fishing. Like, there's a game called Golf Story, which is like a golf RPG with, like, a story and all that shit about golf. And it's like an arcadey, but well made. Like, look at how fast he climbs that ladder. Look at that lad, that absolute lad. Like arcadey golf mechanics, like Mario Golf-esque golf mechanics. But there is like a story and an RPG system to your golfer. And so I think it'd be fun to have like Fishing Story, where it's the same thing, where it's like a fishing RPG. And you're playing as Big. Going to different locations and ponds and oceans and stuff in order to catch different fish. And just progressing through to become the world's best fishing cat, dude. See how fast that was? Like, let's see how long that took. Less than a minute.
Too bad.
That was my fastest fucking level so far. Like, Big's campaign is not that big a deal. If you know what you're doing. Yeah, I've always liked the idea. Take the fishing side quest in Final Fantasy 15 and just make that the entire game, for example. And also you're playing as Big. That part, I cannot stress how fundamental it is that Big is the player character in this fishing RPG. Otherwise, just fuck everything. What's the point of life? Unbirth yourself and restart the run. This is my any percent, anytime. I still anytime, any percent speedrun. I finished the game at some point. Eventually, I hit a credits. I stopped playing it eventually. I think we're already at an hour, perhaps, potential. Should I check my recording just to make sure, like, my audio hasn't fucked up? Because sometimes Audacity will just screw me. If that happens, I'll just resync it. It's not that big a deal. And of course, like I don't know why I'm saying, like, maybe that'll happen. Like, of course that's what's gonna happen. Look at what's happened so far. See how fast that was? Big's campaign is not a big deal, people. 30 seconds. Get fucked, anyone who complains about Big's campaign. I mean, look at what's happened so far. Of course Audacity is gonna fuck up and just delete my entire fucking commentary. Why wouldn't that be what happens? There's no reason that wouldn't happen at this point. But I can't stop now. I'm on a roll. I'm doing Big's campaign here. Come on, people. Get your... Think. Get your head straight. Look at this. Look at that lad. Just obliterating fucking monkeys with his goddamn fishing rod. Big as an absolute Chad. The raw power, the grace. I do think a lot of Big's appeal is mitigated by the fact that he has become a meme. Memification is definitely something that happens to characters sometimes, and it can ruin them. And I do think that that's unfortunate that that does happen. That memification, something that's totally outside the control and contents of the actual story, can totally cause a character to just be utterly ruined. And that is definitely what happened with Big. Where he is a meme now, so therefore, it's not possible to, like, take him seriously. I mean, not that he was ever a serious character. He's a fucking Sega Bass Pro Fishing tech demo for the Dreamcast. Are you kidding me? See, once again, like, cursed. The camera's on, cursed. Immediately, get fucked. Nothing's going to work right. The camera's on, cursed. Come on. Are you for real? Like, this never happens. Even in the levels I've done so far, that hasn't happened. What is the fucking deal now? That this is happening now of all times. Come on. Come on. Are you for real? Are you for real, Froggy? Froggy, my dear and best friend. Why are you like this? This isn't even your normal swimming pattern. I fucked up your pattern and now you're in a different location. Swimming in a different circle. Come on. You fucking frig. You tadpole-ass frig. Oh my god. This is utterly ridiculous. As soon as I turn the camera on, and I start being like, oh, it's not that big a deal, you can finish these levels real quick if you know what you're doing. That's when this starts happening. Fucking Christ. What even was happening? I swear. Like, something happens when you hit... It's like how people were like, oh, Flowey in Undertale can tell when you're using recording software. Like, no, it can't. But it's that same thing, where I swear there's some kind of detection. or like in Monster Hunter, if the game knows you want a certain part, if the game knows you're trying to get a specific material from a monster, it will cause the percentage of it to be lowered. It knows.
Wow.
The game knows that you're trying to record and make a point. And do a speedrun. It knows, so it's gonna make things fucky. It's gonna fuck things up on purpose just to screw with your goddamn speedrun. It knows. It couldn't possibly not know. It's so deliberate. I do think it would be cool if Big came back, but I mean, like, again, he's just so meme-ified. It's impossible. Like, they couldn't do it in a way that anyone would be able to see as anything but a meme.
Cast your lure.
You can do this boss fight, like, in 3 fucking seconds if you don't suck ass. Oh, good lord, I can't believe it. I was so ready to say, of course it's not gonna happen for me, because I'm trying to demonstrate it. Wow. The element of chaos, as usual, the element of chaos is always a factor.
Select your character.
We're gonna do Amy next, because she has the second worst campaign for me, as far as I'm concerned, at least. I like Amy as a character, I don't like her gameplay in this game. I talked about this on my Sonic Adventure 2 playthrough, but I am convinced that Amy was originally meant to be playable in Sonic Adventure 2. I am convinced that she was originally going to be a playable character, and they were going to expand on her gameplay as it is in this game. Because her gameplay is, like, more slow and deliberate and platforming and almost stealth-based, because she has Zero. Almost acting as, like, a nemesis-type figure for her. Like Jill Valentine with Nemesis, that's kind of what Zero is for Amy. So I am convinced that in an early stage of development, Amy was supposed to be playable and they were going to expand on her gameplay. But as the development went on and other creative decisions were made, they decided to cut her. But there's so many parts in Sonic Adventure 2 where you can tell, like, this is where an Amy stage would have happened. If that had been kept. If they had kept that idea, this is where an Amy stage would happen. I have no, like, insight into development. I don't have, like, an interview that I can point to and say that's confirmed. But I'm convinced that that is the case. The Hall of Mirrors is an area that is just so fucked, turbo fucked on the DX version of the game that got ruined by the port. And the mod I'm using fixes it. Like, the way the mirrors work is just got totally ruined in the porting process. I don't even understand how something like that happens. I mean, I get it. Like, the infrastructure of the console is different, and you're like trying to retrofit code that was designed for a very specific piece of in-house hardware. And the game was basically being developed as a tech demo for the Dreamcast, so I get it in that sense. But, like, there's some changes that are just so fucking weird. I'm making good time on Amy's stage. As soon as I say that, of course, I start fucking it up. I should just not say anything. I should just be silent for this entire thing. There we go. Sub 2 minutes is good for an Amy stage, I think. I don't know what her level A time is.
Welcome to Twinkle Park.
But I feel like that's probably good. I mean, like, with Sonic, you can just do so many, like, skips. With Amy and, like, fucking Big the Cat, I'm sure there's a very limited amount of, like, exploits you can do to save time.
Keep trying until you get the high score.
I don't know why this is mandatory. It's so weird. You never have to use this upgrade, ever. There's no point where this is ever mandatory to progress. I guess they just made the minigame and were, like, really proud of it. I guess when you have a character like Amy who has a hammer, I guess a whack-a-mole game is a given. So they're like, we'll put the whack-a-mole game in. What's the context where that would make sense? And then they put it in, so they want you to play it.
I can't believe this is happening.
And then they want to force you to do it. And then, well, you got to get something out of it. You can't just have it for no reason. For no reason, even. But you never, ever need to use that upgrade. There's a Tails upgrade that's like that too, where it's like, why is this in the game? What does this do? Nothing. Jack and also shit. For reference, Jack and shit. Shake those hips, girl. Fuck Zero. Get fucked Nemesis. God damn it. To call. This is the second time I've been fucked by Dairy Queen. And Tikal. Tikal fucks me so much in this level. It's so weird. Tikal's got it out for Amy. Canon. Like, you will... She's just so specifically placed in the way in order to, like, halt your momentum and fuck up a hammer jump that would save time.
It says left 1, right 3.
Oh, does it? What says that, Tikal? What are you fucking looking at that says that? Oh my god, camera, come on. Come on. There we go. Not making us good time on this level. There we go. Yeah, you can imagine like a level like this where Amy's running around Prison Island in order to get to Sonic's cell and bust him out, right? You can see how the or on the Ark or in the pyramid. I imagine it was cut. The concept was cut. Fucking shit, this camera. Sometimes this camera is fucked up and it can't handle it. Lakitu getting stuck on geometry. That's what happened back in the day. Back in the early days of 3D gaming, where the camera was a physical object in the game world. And it would just get stuck on geometry like that. You had to explain that. Lakitu's getting held up. Or in fucking the manual for Sonic on the Genesis, there would be like a section about like devious traps. The traps that that Robotnik is laying out for our heroes. Gotta be wary of these traps. Ooh. Normally that Tikal fucks me. And fucks up my hammer jump. Devious traps. Really, it's bugs. Glitches that they know were in the game but couldn't fix. Or didn't have time to fix. So it's like, just warn players not to do it. If you tell them about the bugs, then it's fine. It's fine that we couldn't fix them. Just tell them about the bugs in the manual. Shake those hips, girl. Sure, that rocket goes somewhere that saves a lot of time. But we're not about saving time in this speedrun. We're about fucking absolutely everything up. Why would I want to save time in this, what I'm going to title as a speedrun? That would just be the height of foolishness. To even try to do something that would save even a theoretical second of time. Speedrunners don't do that. Oh, come on. Like, that's just baloney. Why is he like an ape? I don't get it. Like, he beats his chest and shit. I don't get that part. He's just so mad. I wonder if there's fan art of Amy as Jill Valentine in Resident Evil 3. I'm sure there is, because it's the internet, and there's fan art of everything. For every reason, including no reason at all. But it just makes sense as a comparison to me, because they both have to deal with this fucking stalker. And they both have a, you want stars, I'll give you stars moment. No, fuck it. I want to do it, but I also need to remember I'm doing a speedrun. Gonna grab some water. Quickly. Don't trip over the wires. that's a short cutscene. I think this is one of those ones where it's bullshit and you have to turn around because it starts you in a fucky place. It starts you in the wrong place just to be an asshole. Yeah, she's up there. That's weird on some of these, that, like, they trick you. Sonic games trick you into playing them wrong. Sonic games are uniquely bad because they trick you into playing them wrong. Oh, Sweetwater. Whew. Amy's got a lot of cutscenes. I think the gameplay to cutscene ratio for Amy is definitely skewed in favor of cutscenes. This part's like wastes so much time. Because you gotta run all the way through the forest to get to final egg, and then run all the way back, and there's no way to save time on that. Like, you can save time on the way there by running on the treetops like this, but on the return route, there we go. Bam. This is a good way to save time, but on the return route, you're just fucked. You have to go through the fucked up, like, road in the forest. Wanna go? Look at Amy, just like, I'm gonna go stick my dick in like the fucking Eggman's secret base just to be a rascal. Oh, she sure is a rascal. That Rosie the rascal. Oh, what a damsel in distress Amy is, literally running into the lion's den in order to, like, help out her friend, who is a bird. And like, he can't talk, he be tweeting. But she is still talking about the birdie as if it's, like, a person. She's not looking at it as if it's a lower life form that she's taking pity on or what have you. Like, they can't necessarily communicate with the same language. But I mean the bird is obviously a child, so she's looking at it like, you know, fucking Sherry Birkin. What the fuck? Sherry Birkin. Oh, you're supposed to hide behind these walls or something like that while waiting on the elevator. She's talking to it like it's a child that she's taking care of, not like an animal that she's talking down to and pretending is like, you know, your cat that you talk to while you're hanging out. You're a kitty. Yes, you are, and you're sitting there, aren't you? Like, she's talking to it like, imagine it's Cream the Rabbit, and I don't think any line of dialogue in the script would change for Amy during this story. So the way animals are you kidding me? I thought it was this door. It's normally green, isn't it? It's normally the green door, I thought. Oh, god damn it. Oh my god, I'm wasting so much time. I thought it's the green door. I remember it being the green door every other time I've played this fucking game. What the actual shit, dude? Is that randomized? Is that changed between versions? What the F with that jazz? I'm just saying, clearly the way animals are viewed is not... Okay, it was part of the soundtrack. I was like, am I going crazy? Am I hearing a ringing sound? I'm just saying, it's not like they're Mobians. They're just animals. But some can walk on legs and talk and are pink and wear dresses. And some are stuffed into robots. And run around on all fours and be nibbling shit. I'm just saying. Yeah, that wastes so much time. You just have to run back. There's really no way to save. Amy! Big would take that ladder like a champ, dude. Amy, come on. At this point, Big's story, and I think Tails also... Tails' story is also completely done. I think Gamma's story is in the process of ending. Tails and probably Sonic's story is done. Big's is definitely done. Knuckles is done. I think Amy's story is the last one chronologically before Supersonic. Because Gamma's is wrapping up literally as we speak. So Amy's is the last story that gets finished. You want stars, Zero? I'll give you some. You want to see some birdies, Zero? Oh, I'll make you see some birdies. That cartoon bird, like Dizzy Bird animation. That's what you're gonna get, you fuck boy. You want the birdies? I'll show you. I'll flip you the bird right now, Zero. Get fucked. Look at her taking out this robot all by herself. There we go. Oh yeah, faster than lightning. Pink lightning, baby. Less than 30 seconds on that boss. Could have done it faster, but oh, baby. Cool guys don't look at explosions. See, I can do this, she says. And that's Amy's story. That one's really short, too. And I didn't fuck it up as much as I did Biggs. So there's that. There's that advantage. And we're gonna do Knuckles next.
Okay, let's go.
His levels can either be really short or really long, depending on RNG. His levels are definitely the most RNG based because of the emerald locations and shit. I think aside from that, his campaign's pretty short. I think if you're doing a speed run of Sonic Adventure 2, it would be considered cheating if you used a mod that allows you to sense all 3 emeralds at the same time. Because in Sonic Adventure 2, they changed it so you can't sense all 3 emeralds at the same time. It's just one at a time, which is weird. I don't get why they made that change. I don't know what benefit that has. Yeah, this is totally RNG. I have no idea where they are. It's just hot and cold. So much time getting wasted. Running around the map waiting for the locations. I'm sure like actual speedrunners would memorize where all of the locations are and just check them one after another. Like they know where every single location is and just whoop. Depending on, you know, where they are on the map, once the radar starts blipping, they're like, okay, I know exactly where it is based on my proximity. Oh, shit. Weird. I unlocked a Game Gear game. Yeah, I don't think, although, yeah, it does give you information. Like I said, like, actual speedrunners just memorize the locations. So for them, it wouldn't necessarily matter if the Emerald Radar showed you all 3 locations at the same time to a massive extent, but it would still give you information that you wouldn't have if you weren't using that mod. Because like I said, if you have all the locations memorized, and as you're running around the map checking the spots, and the radar starts flashing, you're like, okay, I know the location. I know the location that that emerald's in, because based on where the radar started flying. Wow, I got really good RNG on that one. All of those are on the first floor, and all of those are really close together. That was really good. I think Knuckles levels are probably the hardest ones to get 100 rings on, to be sure. I don't think I ever have. I don't think I've ever gotten 100 rings on any of Knuckles levels just through normal play. Whereas with like Sonic, it's so fucking easy. With Tails, it's also very easy. I've done it with Amy, I've done it with Gamma, although some of his levels are harder to do it than others. Big would probably be the hardest one.
No trains are currently in service.
Okay, last time I did this boss fight, I got fucked up on it constantly. So let's see how my luck is this time around. Because this is one of those bosses where you kind of just have to sit and wait for it to decide to allow you to hit it. Because normally, you try and hit it, it just does that. So you have to wait for it to do an animation where it allows itself to become vulnerable. And it can just decide to not do that and waste a bunch of time. You never fight Chaos 1, and you never fight Chaos 3 or 5. 1, 3, and 5 get skipped. There we go. One more. We're getting pretty lucky so far. Let's see how that's immediately going to get fucked up now that I said that. Yep. I'm just going to decide to do an attack, though, or I'm not in a vulnerable state. The computer just decides to allow you, or it decides get fucked. Total RNG boss fight. I'm sure there's maybe an outright. Yep, there's nothing I can do. It's just deciding to do that attack 4 times in a row and not allowing itself to become vulnerable. 6 times. 6 times it's gonna do it. 5 times. It did the attack 5 times in a row. I can't touch it. I'm literally sitting here waiting for the game to allow me to do damage to the boss. There's no pattern. It's completely RNG dependent.
I wonder why Sonic is at...
Oh, wait. I gotta get the, Oh, I don't think I have to get it yet, do I? It's not gonna be there, is it? It is! Oh, I didn't know you can get that basically any time. Oh, wait, you do. It is mandatory. I'm fucking stupid. Never mind. It is required at this point. Pretty good. Come on. I'm foolish. I totally forgot that he's going to Red Mountain, not Ice Cap. Yeah, look at how fast you go. I mean, speaking of like the Echidna race thing, Knuckles is one of those characters where they've clearly struggled with like what they're supposed to do with him nowadays. Because, I mean, like, even if you wanted to, like, stick to his roots as, like, the Master Emerald's guardian, everything with that's been done. Like, what are they gonna do? Like, have the Master Emerald be a thing for a third time? Have the Master Emerald get broken up into pieces for a third time? Like, there's only so much you can do with that. They've done that story several times. And, like, if his entire character is based around, like, being the guardian of the Master Emerald or the guardian of Angel Island, why is he, like, running around and getting involved in the affairs of the wider world? And they just don't care to answer that question, or, like, really, like, why is he involved? Because he's part of Team Sonic. Get fucked. And, like, there's a lot of fun ways you can, like, headcanon the explanation for that. But, like, ultimately, it's just not a question the writers are interested in answering. Like, Knuckles is here because he is a regular character of the series and a part of Team Sonic now. But I mean, like, he doesn't have to be involved. He wasn't in Sonic Unleashed, and why would he be? For him, Sonic Unleashed was totally, like, oh, all the land masses are floating in the sky. Yeah, that's normal for me. He lives on Angel Island, which is always floating.
Good enough.
I mean, you could, like, hand wave it, or, like, think to yourself, like, well, for Knuckles, it has been normalized for him to, like, just get involved. He's helping out his friends. It's like in Dragon Ball Z, how Piccolo hanging out with the group and being on their side was just normal for so long because there were greater threats that he had to, like, team up with them
Station Square will be departing soon.
for the sake of, like, not having the planet not be destroyed and being a part of that. Like, they just, like, started accepting it as normal. And at one point he's like, get fucked, I'm the Demon King Piccolo. Go away. I hate you guys. And Tien's like, oh yeah, I forgot. And, like, Tien of all people, that's a stupid thing to say. But, like, after a while, it's like, yeah, he's just here now. Like, it's sheer inertia. After a certain point, just the inertia of Knuckles being involved with Sonic's bullshit is just so, of course, yeah. Like, naturally, he would be involved. Even in his own mind. Why wouldn't he be? On the other hand, if you wanted to, like, presume more intent into Knuckles' character, it could be like, well, he was content with just quietly serving and protecting the Master Emerald forever with complete ignorance in his own culture and his own, like, heritage. He didn't know nothing about Echidna Society, he didn't know nothing about his history, or the reason he was being tasked with preserving the Master Emerald, or anything. He didn't know shit, and he was happy with that. He says in this story, like, I'll probably never know the truth. Oh well, I don't want to know. I sleep better not knowing. But over the course of this game, he does end up learning. He gets the most to call flashbacks out of any other character. He gets 3. No other character gets that many to call visions. Like, Tikal is trying to get him to learn about his heritage, and he does ultimately learn about it, even though he didn't want to. And in the end, and then in Sonic Adventure 3, he does, like, hello? Hello? God damn it. Okay, let's see what we can do here.
Select a file.
Select a character.
Okay.
If I have to redo that chaos fight, I'm quitting right now.
Behold my
Oh, thank
bride.
God. What the fuck was that? The FMV just failed to load? Jesus. Come on. Oh. What was I saying? In Sonic Adventure 2, Knuckles, like, is exposed to the fact that Echidna, like, bullshit has been used in such a way that, like, impacts society in a negative way, like Gerald Robotnik's fucking research. It's all based on Echidna society. And so he's basically learned, like, okay, I can't just pretend that I'm not involved. Like, I am a participant in this society. He do be living in a society. Like, he can't just sequester himself away on Angel Island and pretend that it's none of his business. Clearly... Clearly, like... He can't just say, oh, that ain't me. Like, there's shenanigans at play. And he is obligated to get involved with those shenanigans. I'm getting really good RNG with these emeralds. I say that, I have no idea where the fuck this one is. Oh, wow! Get fucked. Okay. Ooh, where's this one? It's like really close. Hot and cold. There it is. I see it. No, it's not even the one that I was looking for. Oh my god. No! Foolishness, Dante. Oh, it's this fucker. No, it's not. Oh my god. Oh no, it reshuffled. No, it didn't. Here. You. Where? You. Oh, I forgot to get the heat. I forgot to get the heat attack. Ah, damn. I'm either gonna have to go out of my way for that. No, I think that there's still an opportunity for me to get it. A better opportunity, maybe, even. Because that saves time during the Chaos 6 fight. So yeah, either you could say Knuckles do be getting involved, either just because, like, yeah, Sonic and Co are my buddies, and I'm hanging out with them, helping out. Just like, what else would I be doing with my day? Or Knuckles is like, we do be living in a society, so I can't just close my eyes and pretend that I'm not involved. But either way, it's still like...
I beg of you, hear me now.
It's not being stated in the games. It's like, why is Knuckles involved? Why is he here instead of just chilling out on Angel Island with the Master Emerald? It actually, like, is a thing. It's an omission of detail for Knuckles' characterization and his motivation. And it's just, and like, they don't know what to do with him.
No trains
they clearly don't know what to do with his character anymore. Because he's the fucking, like, a leader of the resistance in Sonic Forces just because he's, like, the strongest guy? Just because he's buddies with Sonic? Like, it doesn't make sense. He's not the person you would have as a leader. He's not a leader character. You'd give that to, like, Vector, or even Amy, or fucking, if we're giving it to the strongest person in the room, give it to Cream. Like, he's just there because he's got to be there, and we'll make him the leader of the Resistance. Because, like, what else are you gonna do with him? I would like to see Knuckles come back as playable, as, like, in a character action game, or, like, a beat-em-up style of gameplay. I think would be really fun and work with him. Like the Werehog. Just the Werehog, but it's Knuckles instead. Whoop. I think that would be a lot of fun.
What's going on?
Forgot to trigger this. Oh, gotta love how I'm saving so much time.
Ah, this thing's always changing.
Ah, this thing. I hit them
I
with a
sense
wall.
the Master Emerald. It can't be far from.
Shut up, Knuckles. Come on. Okay, this level is fucky. Because you gotta be changing the fucking elevation and shit. Okay, that's a location it can be in that's not there. Ooh, there we go. That's good. That's good RNG. Ooh, it's probably one of these guys. Oh no, it's underneath. It's down here. It's in there. Okay. So now I gotta go all the way back up. Well, let's see if I can get that third one first. Let's see where this one is. Oh, yeah, it's okay. There we go. That saves time. And I think it would be faster to like reset and just start over from the beginning of the stage, but I'm already here.
Either push or pull the lever to control the ship's tilt.
No, other way. There. And it's in this one. Oh, you fuckboy. Got it. Whew, that was not bad. That was not a bad run on Knuckles' story.
Good enough. The last missing piece.
I mean, it definitely could have been better, and it fucking crashed, soft-locked on me in the middle there. That was weird. But, not terrible, considering how RNG his fucking levels are.
Hey, what happened here?
Wahapa. I think, yeah, I think if they do bring back Knuckles as a playable character, I think it would be fun to see him in a beat-em-up style of gameplay.
I finally found all of the missing emeralds.
Have RGG Studios do that part of the gameplay. Have the team that does Yakuza, have the Yakuza team do Knuckles' gameplay. That'd be fucking fun. Okay, this boss you can save time by doing the charge attack, and this one actually can be faster than Sonic's. What the fuck was that shit?
If only you could freeze chaos. Try and think of a way.
What the fuck? But I can't move while doing that? What is happening sometimes in the world, I swear. There we go. Christ alive. What is happening in this world that we live in? Oh, what the F? What the F with that S? Come on. Ugh. You're wasting time, Chaos. You're wasting my time. Get fucked. There.
Is that all you got?
Once again, like, the game knows. Because I literally just said, oh, I made good time on Knuckles' story. And then that's when that bullshit starts happening. You know that's the reason.
I'll probably be on this float.
Select a character.
Nope, what the fuck? Okay. Doing Gamma, and then we'll end with Tails. I don't know if that's efficient, but that's usually what I do. I usually end off with Tails. Oh, don't know what that camera was doing.
The shooting range.
Gamma's storyline is really fucking fast, at least.
Destroy the Sonic type.
Why am I going so
Destroy
slow?
the targets, and you'll get extra time.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, I don't need extra time. Because these levels are so goddamn short.
Mission complete.
I don't need time on that ending clock. I need less time on this speedrun clock, baby. I don't know why it starts you up here.
Good job, Gamma. I didn't think you had what. Okay then.
I mean, you designed him. So I don't know why you're saying, like, oh, you're exceeding my expectations. Like, you fucking built him. Wow! Oh, this is embarrassing. Just what am I even doing? Like, what am I doing?
Mission complete.
Fucking around in lab coats is what it looks like.
You surprised me, Gamma.
So do you think Gamma qualifies as, like, a sapient individual with, like, a separate identity compared to the bird that lives inside him? It's like that episode of Star Trek Voyager where Tuvok and Neelix get combined together into one person. And because of the combination, he qualifies as a separate individual now. And at the end, they're like, we don't like you, Tuvix. We want Tuvok and Neelix back, so we're gonna put you back in the transporter and like de-merge you, unmerge you together. And he's like, no, I'm my own person. I don't want it. Like, you're killing me. You're murdering me. You're causing me to no longer exist as an individual. I don't want to be separated into two people again. I won't be the sapient and, like, independent individual that I am if you do this. Please don't murder me, Captain Janeway. And they're like, nope, get fucked. Back in the transporter you go, to separate the two fused individuals. And Tuvix is like, well, I won't exist anymore, and I want to exist. And if you do this, I won't exist anymore.
This frog's the one we want.
So you're killing me. So is that what's happening with Gamma and the bird that's inside him? Gamma does seem to get memories of the bird that is powering him as the story goes on. Like, when he talks to Amy, Amy influences him, or the birdie. God damn it, I'm an idiot. the Flicky influences his mom, who is inside Gamma. What the fuck? Oh my god, I've never seen that before! Oh my god, that was amazing! Wow! Oh, that was so great. Holy shit. That was incredible. Absolutely incredible. I'm so glad we're a part of this together. Son of a bitch, that was fucking funny. So Gamma clearly, like, has... The bird has influence. I mean, it's a robot that's following its programming that Eggman put into it, but the sapient life of the bird that's inside him is impacting that programming. And they're getting the memories as a bird, like in his programming's brain, in the mind of his programming. So I think it's a question of, does Gamma qualify as a sapient and separate individual with, like, value to his life, to the life that he has as an Eggman robot, separate and distinct from the bird that is powering him in his core. I think it's worth considering, especially because at the end of the story, in the Japanese version, Gamma starts referring to himself as Boku, whereas he didn't before. Which showed that his mind palace was being influenced by the individuality of the bird. Because, I mean, like, Eggman's not designing and programming them to be individual. Or maybe he is, because that's what we got with Sassybot, etc. At all. I guess it depends. He does seem to imbue them with a sense of personality to an extent. But it's a personality that is slavishly devoted to him. I think it's a question. Like, he's destroying these robots and saving the bird that comes out of them. The parrot. Look at that parrot-ass bird.
Delta. Rescue complete.
Like, he considers it rescue. Is that the bird inside of Gamma influencing his train of thought and making him think, yeah, they're trapped in the metallic shell of slavery, and I need to destroy that metallic shell in order to liberate them? He even comes to that conclusion about himself, that he would have to destroy himself at the end as well. So, I mean, hey, if Gamma himself is coming to the conclusion that the life form inside of him is trapped and needs to be saved by destroying the robot external part, then I guess that you know, that's his truth. I think it's interesting to consider with, like, other robot characters we have in the series, like Omega, like Metal Sonic. We don't really have any sense of indication that they aren't powered by animals inside of them. I mean, like, what reason would Omega have? Would Eggman have? What sense would it make? Especially for, say, Metal Sonic. for Eggman to have not used an animal as a power source, like he has done for every single other animal. Even if you want to say, like, later on, they stopped putting in the detail of an animal popping out when you destroy a badnik. You still see, as far as Lost World, he is still using animals as power sources. So I don't see any reason to assume Omega or Metal Sonic, let alone Metal Sonic, doesn't have an animal inside of it powering it. So I think that's worth considering. Like, should we be destroying Omega in order to, like, save the animal that's inside of Omega? Is that a question worth considering? What about Metal Sonic? Because I like a headcanon that I thought of once where maybe there were... Look at that bird. Look at that bird freaking out. Oh, shit. Maybe there was, like, an animal, like a Hedgie, perhaps. A normal Hedgie. That was like, fuck Sonic. That guy's a fucking prick. I hate that guy.
E-103 Delta.
Sonic's an asshole. The normal Hedgie, or like Rocky, or Pocky, or Roki, whatever. Cucky. Maybe they just really fucking hated Sonic and then went to Eggman and was like, make me a fucking badnik. Make me the best fucking badnik ever so we can fuck Sonic. And Eggman's like, yeah, let's do it. I like the idea that, like, Metal Sonic, the animal inside of Metal Sonic, is totally down for saying, fuck you, Sonic. That's what I like to think, anyway. Obviously, there's no textual basis for that. But I mean, it's an assumption that's rooted in textual evidence. Like, we know that Eggman's robots are powered by animals. What reason? And it's never been stated in-game or otherwise that Metal Sonic doesn't have an animal inside of it, or Omega. That's never been said. I don't know if this is worth getting. Because I'm wasting time by getting it. I don't know if it's worth getting or not. Just going on muscle memory sometimes. Damn it. Omega, at least, seems really happy being like, fuck Eggman. Oh, I want to kill that fucker. So, like, one way or the other, he seems pretty happy with his situation. Being a death robot that allows him to just be like, fucking, just gonna kill the shit out of fucking Eggman. I hate that guy so much. So, like, if you freed Omega out of his metallic shell, he might be pissed off and be like, well, I can't fucking kill Eggman now. I'm a fucking Pocky. I'm a Flicky again. How am I supposed to kill Eggman if I'm just a fucking Flicky? Dicks. And maybe that's what happened off screen in Sonic Forces. Maybe the reason Omega wasn't repaired by Tails' Gym Jams was because, like, Omega got shut down and the Flicky inside of him, like, fucked off and left. And Tails don't know how that fucking, like, life form battery power thing works, because he has a soul and is an animal. So maybe he's like, well, I fixed the robot part, so why isn't it working? Maybe it's because the Flicky wasn't inside the robot anymore. And it's only at the end of the game where the Flicky came back around and was like, oh shit, he fixed it. Time to get back in there and fuck Eggman's shit up. Maybe that's what happened, and maybe that's the reason Omega wasn't repaired by Tails' Gym Jams and only showed up at the end, because the Flicky went back to Omega's body and got inside of it and was like, yeah, it's time to fuck Eggman up. Who's to say? There's nothing in the game that confirms or denies anything that I'm saying. There's no reason to assume that what I'm saying is the truth. But there's nothing that directly contradicts it either. Ultimately, believe what you want to believe. Ultimately, you know, truth is what you make it. There's nothing that confirms or denies anything that I've said. In terms of the, Omega or Metal Sonic situation. Holy fucking shit, I almost died, dude. I am killing these guys just to get some time on the clock, because I am running a little low. I do be running a little low sometimes. There we go. I missed out on my shield. That could have been useful because this guy does give me some trouble sometimes. And this one is a peacock, I think. Yeah, peacock. Save the bird.
105 Zeta. Rescue complete.
Zeta. Oh.
Mode change.
Okay, almost done, and then it's just Tails and Supersonic.
E-105 Zeta rescue
Zelta.
mode change.
Okay, this boss fight hopefully won't fuck me up. Don't fuck with me, brother. Don't fuck with me, brother. Brother! It's not over yet. Brother! Look at me, brother. I don't think you can hit him while he's up there. That would save a lot of time if you could. Oh, come on, my dude. My very own penis and dude. Come on. Ah, the worst. The worst that it ever was. Come on. Last hit. Come on, my dude. Come on, dude. Get over it already. No, 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 come on. Yes, okay, few. Few, I say. Look at those effects that just get totally neutered by the DX version. Okay. Gamma down, now we're just down to Tails, baby, and those stages go fast. The Tails stages are the ones I am the most confident that I can do very quickly. Famous last words. Oh god, this camera cannot handle me skipping cutscenes. Good lord, what is with that? That is so weird. That is the weirdest shit. I don't know why that keeps happening. It must be because I'm skipping cutscenes. Okay, this is worth getting because it makes you go faster. Anything that makes you go faster is worth it, even if it wastes time to get it. Good lord. Oh, what is up with that? Causing the camera to break by trying to do all these time-saving things. Or like, trying to go too fast. I'm too fast for the camera to keep up. Can't keep up.
The train headed for the Mystic Ruins will be departing soon.
I don't know why I bothered to do that.
Well, well, well. If it is...
Doing this boss again. I'm sure there's probably a way to, like, cheese it and do an exploit in order to save time, but... I don't know it. I don't know that shit.
All systems, full power!
Because Tails is stated to be smarter than Eggman. So, you'd think the fact that Tails was repairing Omega would mean that, like, Omega would work. So there must have been, like, a reason that Omega wasn't working that was outside of Tails' control. And I think, you know, the flicky inside of Omega fucking off after the robot shell broke and then coming back later for the end of the game makes the most sense. That's what makes sense to me. Yeah! You know, Sonic Color... Oh my god, what am I doing? Sonic Colors Ultimate got announced. And one of the things that it's adding is, like, a Tails... like, anti-bottomless pit system, where if you fall down a bottomless pit, you can use, like, a Tails token. Whoa. Weird. In order to get saved and not die from falling down the bottomless pit. But before that got revealed, there was some assumption that maybe Tails would be playable, and I thought that's something that would be a good idea. If you want to bring back Tails and have him be playable in the 3D games again. Good lord. I think a good way to do that... Look at that rubber banding! Holy shit. Why am I falling so slowly? This is weird, actually. Good lord. Just skip the entire map. I think something that you could do in order to have Tails be playable in the 3D games again would be, like, as a super system. You know how like, the Mario games have, like, the Super Tanuki suit? That just gives you fuck off easy mode, or, like, Luigi mode. Where, in, I think it was, Super Mario World, Super Mario Land, something like that. Or if you die too many times, you can hit a block and just Luigi will play through the stage for you. Something like that. I think that would be a good use of Tails. As either, like, a super easy mode, because he can fly, and that mitigates so much of the challenge.
Come on, Tails!
So having Tails be like the anti-challenge mode of the game. Or the game plays itself for you shitty baby mode. Like, oh, you're dying a lot. Have Tails play the level for you instead. I think that would be a good way to use Tails in the 3D games going forward. Or, like, retroactively, because they're definitely changing the gameplay style in the next game. Are you kidding me, Sonic? How dare you, Sonic? I thought we had something. Oh my god, what is happening?
See you later,
This is
Tails.
not this is not cost efficient in terms of time. Ooh, good lord. Tails, you can just fly. Come on. Tails. Come on.
You made it.
Oh my god. Definitely shithouse on this one. Whew.
That wasn't too bad.
But otherwise, like, I mean, his gameplay is like exactly the same as Sonic's, except he can fly. So, I mean, outside of that context, or bringing back the mech gameplay from Sonic Adventure 2, I think that's fine too. I think that would also work.
The train headed
Or
for the
just having
Mystic
flying
Ruins will be departing
minigames.
soon.
Oh no, god damn it! Oh, I'm so fucking stupid. I'm so dumb. I'm the worst at this. I'm the worst at video games. Can't speedrun for beans.
The train headed for the Mystic Ruins will be departing soon.
Anytime, any percent speedrun. Or I just fuck up everything. The best speedrun would be one where you just skip half the game by complete accident. Ice Cap is like the slowest Tails level because it's all the skateboard, so you can't skip half the fuck. Actually, I think you can. I think there is a way to like fall out of a world and like skip half the fucking level. Or maybe that's only with Sonic.
Come on, Tails. You made it.
Tails does a lot of skateboarding or snowboarding, sandboarding, boarding in this game.
Hey, Tails.
He's snowboarding here and then he sandboards later. I'm surprised that didn't become like a thing for his character.
See you later, Tails. You made it.
I guess it's too extreme. Too extreme X Games for Tails for it to really be adopted by him.
Hey, hey, hey.
Yeah, you can't like fly. I mean, if you just ditch the snowboard, Tails, you'll be able to like clear this entire mountain in no time. But you can't fly while on a snowboard. I mean, that's just common sense. It's implied that Sonic's snowboard was just there. Tails' snowboard has like a little Tails design on it. So like, where is he keeping that? Where'd you get that from, Tails?
Hey, Tails.
Oh my god, every time.
Hey, hey, hey.
Trying to save time, waste time. So many things so far were like a legit speedrunner would have just been like reset. Oh, like that. That's just fucked. That's just fucked. This whole level's fucked now. Look at that. Just reset. Back in the Egg Viper fight, that would have been the big reset moment for sure. As if it wouldn't have happened beforehand.
Yeah! That wasn't too bad.
We actually saw Sonic finish the lap on that one. That's how bad I did. Yeah, I like doing Gamma before Tails and after Knuckles just because otherwise you do Knuckles and Tails in a row. You're doing this fucking fight with Chaos 4 like twice in a row, and it's just, I hate this boss fight because of how much you have to fucking do it. And it's another boss fight where you're just waiting for the game to let you do damage. Like, you're waiting for the boss to allow itself to become those are the worst bosses for me. I hate those bosses so much. Where there's literally nothing you can do. You're just sitting around waiting for the boss to decide it wants to let you hurt it. What the fuck is happening? What the fuck is happening right now? What the fuck was that? What the actual shit was that shit? What? What happened? What the hell was that? That was weird. It's just like, okay, well, what am I doing? I'm waiting for the boss to let me do damage to it. Doesn't make any sense. And now the boss is fucked up. Oh, God, Lord. And it just wastes time, especially when you're speedrunning. Like, there must be some exploit. Because this boss is totally just a waste of time. You're just sitting around literally waiting for Chaos to decide to let you hit it. Also, by the way, fuck off, people who say, like, oh, why is Tails scared of Chaos Zero in Sonic Forces? He fought Chaos 4. Yeah, in this version of the story, there's 3 versions of this boss fight. Why are you deciding that this is the one that's canon? Even though that makes no sense. You were playing as Tails in this version of the Chaos 4 boss fight. That doesn't mean he single-handedly fought off Chaos 4 like it weren't nothing. Come on. Like, you're being deliberately disingenuous. Sonic and Knuckles also had that boss fight. What makes Tails' version of the boss fight more valid as, like, the canon one than Sonic or Knuckles', where they both fought him alone also? In my head, that the Chaos 4 fight was a Team Sonic, like, 3-on-1 fight. That doesn't mean Tails fucking did it.
Way to go, Tails!
That's the most legendary speedrun strat of all. If let the game run by itself while you pee and then grab a water. That's how you save the most time. Is just let the game sit while you pee and grab a water. I mean, if you want to get the world record, that's the strat you gotta use, right? Come on. Come on. That's just common sense, people. Use your fucking head. Wow! Can't wait to see. Every time I skip a cutscene now, I'm like, what exciting way is the camera gonna completely lose its fucking shit now? I mean, I already did a whole video on, like, the people who complain about Tails and Sonic Forces are fucking idiots anyway, but, like, one of their main arguments is always like, oh, he fought Chaos 4. No, he fucking didn't. Shut up. He at the absolute most contributed to a Team Sonic, like, Sonic Heroes-esque 3-on-1 boss fight against Chaos 4, if you want to be generous. And I think that's the best, most logical interpretation of how that boss fight went canonically. But as the game presents it, Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails all have that one-on-one with Chaos 4. So I don't know why you're saying, like, Tails' version is the canon one. They all have that fight. Tails fought Chaos 4. No, Sonic did.
I thought I was.
No, actually, you're wrong. It was Knuckles. Knuckles is the one who fought Chaos 4. I don't know what you're talking about. Tails didn't fight Chaos 4, and that was Knuckles. Like, it's dumb. It's dumb to use that as an argument. Because the entire... God damn it, I always forget where this fucking thing is. The entire point of the story is it's like a Rochambeau style story where, like, the perception of events changes depending on who you're playing as. And for all intents and purposes, I think we're supposed to take Sonic's version of the story as the canonical one, if any. Because
The servers are the 7
Sonic
Chaos Emeralds.
and Tails both have a boss fight against Gamma, and Tails' version of that scene is Amy pleading with him, Tails, to not kill Gamma. And in Gamma's version of that boss fight, Amy's pleading with Gamma to not kill Sonic. And in Amy's version of that cutscene, it's Sonic's version, where Sonic is the one who won the boss fight, and she's pleading with Sonic not to kill Gamma. So, like, that's a scene that we get 4 different perspectives on, and 2 of them match. 2 of them match up. And the ones that match up are Sonic and Amy's. Amy sees Sonic's version of that scene. So that must mean that Sonic's versions of the scenes are the canonical ones, if any. So, if we're going that one of the Chaos 4 boss fights happened, why are we choosing the Tails one instead of the Sonic one? That's nonsensical, dude. But like I said, in my head, it was a Team Sonic fight. Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles working together to fight Sonic Chaos 4 together. But it's still stupid to complain that, like, oh, Tails beat Chaos 4 with help, as part of a team, with the person who is dead now. And now he has to fight. Now he's showing up, and he's on his own, and he's in this state of self-loathing, and Chaos, like, helped kill Sonic 6 months ago. So like, it's a whole thing. I did a whole video on it. The point is, get fucked. Shut up and get fucked. Interesting to note is this is the Tornado 2. In Sonic Adventure 2, it's the Tornado 3. Tails made a Tornado 3 so that it would have the mech capability. So it's not the same plane. And I think you could qualify both of the Tornado 1 and the Tornado 2 and the Tornado 3 are both Tails' planes, because he seems to own them and made them himself. But the Tornado 1, the red biplane, is Sonic's plane. He had that from the get-go. That's his plane. Tails just is a pilot, but it's Sonic's plane. He doesn't have a home. Sonic has never been shown to canonically own a house, but he does own a plane. So that's fun. Take that for what it's worth. The one, like, possession that Sonic is shown to own consistently across games is a vehicle that allows him to travel to places that he can't run to on his own 2 feet. So take that for what it's worth and what it means. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a good time. That's a good time on that boss. Yeah, baby.
Coming in tight.
Okay, this level is the hardest for me to get a good time with as Tails. This is the upgrade I'm talking about. Like, you never use this. You never need to use this ever. I don't know why it's in the game. And it's a mandatory. You have to get it. I don't understand why. It doesn't do anything. You never use it. Makes no sense to me.
Whoa! Hey,
Whoa! Why the camera starts facing in that direction?
Huh?
So, what the fuck is... Okay, this is the hardest for me to get a good time on.
Come on, Tails.
Let's see how this goes. Whoop. Seems so far so good. Come on. Oh, good lord. Oh, good lord. I don't know why the camera's so fucked up in this playthrough. Okay, here we go. We are so good at this point. Actually, I think it might be faster to go around the other way, but it's too late now. I can't, there's an invisible wall. Why is that there? Just to taunt me? That's there just to taunt me. Whew, that was pretty good. That was not bad at all.
That wasn't too bad.
That wasn't too bad. Tails, you're absolutely fucking right. God damn, you're such a genius. Why? Why? I do not know what's going on with the... That doesn't normally happen. It's so weird. I'm getting such a weird fucky camera fuck-ups in this playthrough. As soon as someone's watching, I got these weird camera fuck-ups that make no sense. It's absolutely bizarre. Oh, Tails beat Gamma. Why is he afraid of Dark Gaia? Okay, this stage is real fun and real easy too. Real easy stage time. What? You caught up. My name's Miles, you fucker. Miles. Ivo. Ooh, that was a close one. What the fuck is happening? Maybe those mods were a bad idea. I don't know what's causing these weird fuck-ups. Fuckies. Oh, that was close. Oh god. Not the worst it could possibly be. Could be better, not the worst. Come on. I like how Eggman does not have rubber band AI. Like, look at how far back he is. Tails has, Sonic has rubber band AI, but Eggman is just, like, it's no contest. He would be faster if he was on foot, to be sure. Absolutely, I believe that to be true. No, excuse, right at the end. Just fuck me right at the end, of course.
That wasn't too bad.
Okay, final boss fight, and then Supersonic.
Oh no! It's Robot!
Oh no! Egumanu. So this clearly takes place before Sonic's final boss, by the way. Like, Eggman runs away from getting his ass kicked by Tails, like crying like a little bitch. And then Sonic just fucks him up in the Egg Viper. Like, he's like, Eggman, you're such a prick, I'm just gonna fuck with you. Eh. Just for no reason, like he's not actually doing anything. Making good time, good opportunity to get fucked out of nowhere. Good opportunity to get fucked out of nowhere here. If the game wants to totally fuck me up, this is the perfect time to do it, because I'm doing a real good job so far. Why are you like this? Oh my god. Please save me.
I can't believe this.
Come on! Come on! Come on! Oh, Jesus. Oh, that was a close one.
Hey!
Hey! Skip in the final cutscene and credits and Supersonic time. Come on. I skip Big's credits like immediately.
Which character?
Here we go. We're almost done. I think my oh my god. Okay. I think my hope of 2 hours was very, very unrealistic. Then again, I wasn't assuming a bunch of weird fuck-ups would happen. I don't know what the hell happened this playthrough. So much crazy shit went down. It was absolutely bizarre. Absolutely nonsensical. The amount of things that went wrong during this playthrough, of all playthroughs. But we're almost done. The perfect chaos boss fight is the last opportunity for me to get really fucked up. Get really fucked over. And I've gotten really fucked over by the perfect chaos final boss fight several times. So I'm fully expecting it to happen.
The 7 emeralds are the servers. Chaos is power.
Power enriched by the heart.
Sonic, wake up!
It's weird that Sonic's the one who hears that poem, but Knuckles is the one who recites it in Sonic Adventure 2. Either Sonic told him about it, or Knuckles got more flashbacks from Tikal after this game.
The train headed for Station Square will be departing soon.
Something I appreciate is this cutscene just fires off the instant you go into this zone. Instead of you needing to physically track down Big's house. They could have so easily done that. Skipping this awesome cutscene, but at least we can't skip this awesome music. Okay, so I get fucked up on this boss so often. Oh, and you can see that we have the good supersonic model, by the way. Yep. We have the good supersonic model in this version because it's the original Dreamcast shiny supersonic instead of the piss yellow supersonic that we get in DX, which doesn't even make sense because that doesn't match the supersonic model we have in Sonic Adventure 2. In Sonic Adventure 2, he looks like this. Run for shelter. What's gonna happen to us? Okay. It's not this. It's the second stage of the fight where I get just fucked. Where I will always just get fucked by this boss fight, so. We're doing good so far. We're hanging in there. Also, I always like talking about this. In like in this game, Sonic had to go supersonic in order to beat Perfect Chaos. He couldn't do it. But in Sonic Generations, normal modern day Sonic is able to beat Perfect Chaos without needing to go super. So the power scaling, you know, like by the end of the Boo Saga, any given character in Dragon Ball Z could defeat Frieza with ease, right? It's that kind of thing. Like, originally Frieza needed to be beaten by going Super Saiyan. But by the end of the Boo Saga, like, base form Goku is stronger than Super Saiyan Goku was at the end of the Frieza Saga. Good fucking lord, what the actual shit! And this is it. This is what's happening. This is the fuck that I was talking about. I get so fucked on this version of the boss. So yeah, like, normal baseline Sonic in the modern Sonic games is stronger than Super Sonic was in Sonic Adventure, as proven by the Perfect Chaos boss fight in Sonic Generations. Oh, yeah! And time! Time. That is the end.
Hey, I'll play with you some other time.
Yeah, skip. It's whatever. Boom. So that's my speed run. That's my terrible, very bad, no good speed run of Sonic Adventure.
Select a character.
Final time. I don't know. That's it. I did it. I'm proud of myself, and you should be too. Proud of me, at least. The end. Go away. 3 hours. Whatever. Goodbye.